Hello everybody, Savant the Mighty here, and I am back with another Eve Echoes video. In today's video, I kind of want to do something a little bit for myself, and I hope you guys enjoy it as well. After taking in the Gila into the disaster relief to see how it performed, I kind of wanted to take in a Cynabal as well. I have a Cynabal on the live server, and I wanted to see with max skills how it would actually perform versus the same mission. So I'm going to go ahead and do that today. But first, if you do like my content, please leave a like on the video, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you want to be notified when I do release new content in the future. Alright, with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at what fit I'm bringing. So this is really the same fit that I'm using in the live server, except for a couple of things. Some of the gear has been upgraded, basically. For the high slots, I do have Gistum C-type medium autocannons, same as I do on live. In the mid slots, I have a Predator Warp Scram. I don't actually have one of those on live, I do have the one right under it. We have a Predator Stasis Web fire, that's fine. We have a Vrykolakas medium energy Nosferatu, and a MK9 Vespa. I believe my drone is different on live as well. Alright, Centus C-type large shield booster in the low slots, as well as a Gist C-type adaptive invulnerability field, 2 Gistum C-type Gyrosabilizers, and 1 Corelum C-type medium Afterburner. Overall, with max skills, you're looking at this as doing 1000.38 DPS from the guns itself and 38.44 from the drone. Navigation, it's sitting at 481.8. Its capacitor is only lasting 2 minutes and 3 seconds. That's a little bit of a shame there. And it's got a lot of power grid left to play with. Without changing around the rig some, I couldn't quite fit a medium Nosferatu in here, so I would have to play around with those if I wanted to do something like that. So I think it's just fine where it was sitting at right now. But I'm going to go ahead and take it into the mission and see how this ship fares, and see if my personal build on the live server is going to actually be able to handle this mission with max skills, and see how fast it's going to be able to clear it. Alright, I'll be right back with the mission. Okay, so here we are right outside of the mission. And we're going to go ahead and warp in. And for our first one, we're basically going to warp it on 0. We activate our shield hardener with all of our skills and everything that we're sitting at. Our defense is 43, 49, 62, 68. So our defense is a little bit lackluster compared to the Gila that we brought in here. Okay, let's activate those. Get into an orbit. And start focus firing. When we do activate one of our damage mods, we are sitting at 1281 DPS. Okay. So we should be able to cut through a lot of these ships pretty nicely. Okay, I do have my orbit set up at 12. 12 is not going to be within our optimal range, but that's fine. Boom. Okay. The reason why I have it set up at 12 is to try to kind of avoid any type of scrams and stuff like that, scrams and webs. We should be able to fight outside of that range just fine. And let's take a look at our station. Republic Military is where we want to retreat to. Okay. Let's make sure to activate that Nosferatu. The Nosferatu is probably going to be one of the key parts of this, because we are using that large shield booster, so it is going to drag us down quite a bit. Man, this thing is just cutting through these ships. And all that's left is the tornado here. We do have our little drone. The little drone isn't really doing too much of our damage for us, though. The majority of our damage is going to come from our cannons, which are given the full-on DACA. So one of the key things about this mission are there are a couple of really fast elite ships, and those elite ships can be troublesome if you can't hit them with short-range weapons. Well, fun fact with the cannons is they can be long-range weapons, they just lose a lot of their DPS, or the autocannons. Let's lock up some of these little guys. Set this guy in orbit, focus fire him. Sure. We'll get you next. Okay. More than happy to kill all of you guys. And good enough. Focus fire on him. Hit him with the web too. Let's boost up a little bit. And we're as good as gold for this particular round. Not much more they're going to be able to do to us, but a lot we can do to them. But again, we haven't got to any of the craziness as of yet. It's always better once you get to the crazy parts of the mission. Man, this ship does definitely cut through them quite good. Oh, let's slow him down a little bit. Let's hit him with the turn off the micro warp too in case he's got one. I don't like stabbers. If you found out from the last video, they're my least favorite to encounter on these ones here, and that's just because the elite stabbers themselves are the ones that usually give me the most trouble. Let's activate some more damage. See if we can cut through these guys pretty easily. Okay. Next we'll work on the Hurricane. And we are going to boost up one time. We're holding a pretty decent orbit. Still applying pretty good damage even at this range. And we could always swoop in and get a bit closer to do some more damage if we would like. But I'm quite comfortable out here. Okay, now basically to start chasing down this stabber. And how close are we going to be to the cosmic anomaly? Let's start blapping this guy. And we can start getting away from our destination. Cool. So this is where we should start running into the elites. think. It's either this wave or the next wave. Let's have a look here. Nah, I don't see any elites here. Let's lock up these guys and start moving in. And so it's next wave we got the elites on. Okay. Focus fire. We'll catch that guy. Stop this guy. Next we have the Tau War. Yeah, we're just cutting through these guys pretty easily. Cool. We can already start orbiting on him. Let's focus down. We got him locked down now. We'll enter our orbit and everything should be good. Yeah, there's that big damage. Alright, goodbye Bellicose. We still got 8 ships left. Next wave I think we have what, like 20 and then we have 30? We should be able to hit from here. Stop him up a bit. There we go. Cool, cool. Alright, next we're going to take out these stab repairs. Just complete obliteration. Goodbye, Stabber. Let's work on the next one. And let's keep our Nosferatu going. Alright, next we're going after the Slasher. It is already dead. And we're actually going to set orbit to 3 on these guys. We're going to get in there real close like. If he was going to be moving, he's not going to be moving anymore. There we go. Okay. So orbiting this close, we're actually doing a little less damage. We're going to orbit him at around 5, see what we can do here. And we'll activate our damage. Okay, not bad at all. We are relatively close to the anomaly spawn. That is not the best for us. And not so bad. So sitting 27 off when one of the biggest waves is going to spawn, not necessarily the best place to be in the world, but I think we're going to be just fine. We're going to approach at 100. Start moving away as fast as possible. Okie dokie. So this is the wave that we're worried about truly. So we're going to see who breaks off from the pack. We have 20 ships here. We're fine. Start locking up these guys. Nice. Okay. Who else is getting pulled out of that pack? We don't want to go just diving headlong into the pack. That seems very counterproductive. Let's move back a little bit. Lock up. Good, good. Okay, and we can start our orbiting to get more of our defense. Okay. Perfect. Let's lock this guy up. And just get rid of these smaller ships before we take out the elite. They've got some nastiness on us. Okay, we want to make sure we try to keep this elite out of range. Cool. We can, we'll even try to orbit at 14. Just to kind of get a feel for that there. Stay out of his, there we go. Now we're outside of his Weber range. And we'll start locking up the next group that is moving in on us. Cool. Let's move in. And let's actually start orbiting this guy and focus fire. We should be able to just about hit out here. Alright, we're going to set an orbit there. And we're actually going to spin back around real quick. And that's just because I don't want to get caught in their webs if I can avoid it. Okay. I'm going to move over to an orbit here. And we're going to turn that off. Focus fire. And the Talwar is basically dead. Oh, we're gonna have to do one more shot. There we go. Let's get this guy murdered. We might need to scram him too. Focus fire the elite and orbit. We can unlock this guy for now. Two ships that we're concerned about are right here, and we want to keep an eye on those and basically where they're sitting at. And they seem to be in a very good spot, so we're okay. Our elite buddy here, we can web. Okay, let's focus fire, orbit. Make sure that we put on our NOS to get our energy up. And this wave's not too bad either. As long as you pay attention to what you're doing, everything should be good. These guys are a bit tanky though. The elites. Next wave I'm a bit more worried about. We have 30 ships to take out, so 10 more than this wave, and a bunch more elites. So, this ship not having quite the tank that the Gila had, I'm a little concerned. It does have more of a speed tank though, so we'll see how that helps us out. Alright, we got the elite dead. Start moving in. Lastly, we have a couple of snipers that are sitting out there really far. We did manage to get through all of the elites here, no problem though. And now we're just on cleanup mode. We are going to have to do some shield boosting. These guys still are pretty accurate. They're not like stormtroopers. They're able to hit me. Okay. Let's focus fire on him, and we will go ahead and take him out next since we have him here. Let's shield boost. Get that up a little bit. And we have no other ships to worry about, so let's go ahead and lock up those two snipers. I'm doing pretty good, making pretty good time. Our cosmic anomaly is a little bit farther away, but we're not close to even having the last guys dead yet, so we'll see where we end up at when we're killing the last person. Really wish I could kill those snipers right now. Okay. Let's start moving in on our next target. We can focus fire him. And let's go ahead and activate our shield. Get topped off a little bit. Oh, we got some missiles coming in at us. Is that snipers with missiles? No, no, no. The Tornado has missiles, because that's a thing. Okay, let's start moving around our next target. So these guys are 60-ish km away. They're actually closer to the center and not further out. That's a shame. So let's actually, I want to keep you there. Let's go to the next one. And see if we can't just start murdering you first. And we shall orbit you at 5 if we can. Moving a bit closer. And same thing here, we're going to orbit at 5. Okay. So the reason why I did what I did there and go after the one that was further away is he was closer to the center of the disaster relief there. So I wanted to make sure that I was more out here, and I want to try to keep him going away if I can. And we are going to approach at 100 now. And we're just getting out of here. Okay, so those guys are pretty far away. That's kind of what we wanted. That's perfect. You. We can hit all this stuff here, and we have our first wave. Cool. Cool. Stop you in your tracks. Okay. You were defeated. Let's focus fire you. Focus fire you. And you are now in range as well, so we can hit you with the micro warp drive and the Scram. Okay. Am I firing? I am not. We're just droning him. There we go. Focus fire. Hit you with the web. That's going to slow you down just a little bit, but not enough. So then we're going to hit you with the Scram, and that should do it. Alright, next we have the two... Let's get you taken care of next. Fire those guns. Yeah, lots of little guys here. Okay. We had a couple of webs on us, but that's fine. We were far enough out from the majority of the forces that that didn't really matter. Let's put you into orbit. We have another elite that is approaching us slowly, but that's okay. We're going to take care of these couple of bellicoses first. Excellent. We're going to put this guy into orbit next. And we're going to hit him with all the goods too. I left my shield booster running. That was bad. It got down way too low. And we still got to go in and deal with the elites. Okay. Next, we're going to deal with this elite. Okay. We're going to orbit The next elite here, who's 21 km away. And then we have his buddies, who are all in a pack, very close together. So those guys I don't really like too terribly much. And we're going to put the brakes on him. Yeah, there's not much he can do to us. He's not having a good day. Let's move away a little bit. Okay. We're flying at an angle here. Try to avoid the ships there. We got this little pack. Let's move back in and around and see if we can't come in this way. Okay. Focus fire. And orbit. Oh. Well, I really wanted to not get this close to this guy, but orbit at 14. He should die soon, and we'll be okay again. Okay. Focus fire on him. Let's move a little bit away. There we go. We can unlock you. Boom. Let's get further away. We got close and got into some webs. We don't like being in webs. But on our way out, we're going to actually take out some of these guys here. The Talwars are very dangerous. Let's move back in. Kind of like a jousting maneuver here, if you will. Orbit at 16. Orbit at 15. Okay. We are in a good spot. I really like that we were able to just maneuver in and out and take out the ships that we needed to. Worked pretty nicely. We still have 13 ships though, so we're not out of the woods yet. Matter of fact, let's move over to this guy if we can, for the time being. Oh, I'm switching targets too much. Kill him, please. We just want to get him off of our butts if we can. Orbits 10. Let's move in closer to this guy. Let's grab him with the goods. There we go. Perfect. And let's activate that and try to cut through this elite here. We shouldn't have too many issues finishing him off. There's so many elites in this mission. It's actually really cool. Okay. He is done. We are down to 11 ships, and I do believe there is only the one elite left. Start getting some of our energy back. We're going to need it. And we do have a couple of slashers getting pretty close to us, and the stabbers are also getting pretty close to us. Hurricanes, Elite Rupture Guardian. Yeah. Quite a few different things here. Let's activate some more damage. Give ourselves a little bit more shields back. Let's orbit a bit closer. And we have those frigates very, very close to us now. Matter of fact, everything's very close to us now. Okay. We're going to orbit him at our normal pace here. And since I have both of the damages activated right now, well, I guess not. One turned off. Well, I missed that. We'll have to do that at the end. Orbit. Lock. 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 I hope I'm orbiting you guys correctly. Let's get back in here and do our thing. Get rid of these stabbers. I hate stabbers. Not a lot of elite stabbers in this run. Sometimes you get some elite stabbers in here and they're annoying. We do got a lot of guys sitting pretty close to us, but that's okay. I think all we have left are bigger ships, so I'm going to set my orbit now to 5, and we are going to go to town. Let's activate our guns yet again. Okay. Let's take out this rupture next. We're getting some pretty strong hits in on him. So there was a few mistakes, but even with those mistakes, it's able to pretty much cut through this mission extremely quickly. Alright, let's go after our next. I mean, we're all done but the cleanup here. We're basically just chaining our damage, keeping our damage up, and taking out these guys at our leisure. And so we have the Rupture, the Tornado, and a dueling pair of Hurricanes that are left. And those Hurricanes are going to take a little bit of time to take down, but I'm not that concerned. Right now, a time check, we're sitting at 36 minutes and 56 seconds to complete this mission thus far. And that is pretty impressive, if you ask me. Okay. Moving on over to the next target, we're going to attack this Tornado here. We got the loot canisters all around us. Let's go ahead and just zoom in there on our ship real quick. It's pretty awesome. Activate our damage yet again. Make sure we're getting that nice and explodey. Okay. You're next in line, buddy. And so we're going to focus fire you, orbit you, make sure that we do have our stuff kicked on. Not that we need it too terribly much. And let's top off our shields. Okay. Now we can activate both of these and go into the fitting, and we're at 1,568 DPS on this ship. That's just insane. So for that short period of time, we had 1,500 DPS. Moving into the next guy. And last hurricane here. We're going to blap him off the face of the planet. We went through all of his elite buddies, his friends, his pesky stabbers, and now he is the last cowboy. Not bad at all. And I'm going to approach 100 just in case I miscalculated and this is not the last wave. It is. And that's it. That's disaster relief in the Cynabal. Looks like from start to finish, not including the travel time and everything like that, it did take us approximately 39 minutes to cut through all of those ships. Alright, well, I'm going to go ahead and park for the time being. I want to thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I surely did. I can't wait till my Cynabal can be at this level and do this type of damage to everything. So that's pretty fun and really cool to see. Alright, thanks guys. Y'all have a wonderful evening, and I will see you in the next video.